The power of sacrifice. Yesterday's sermon, Pastor Danny Moreno explores the theme of sacrifice in the context of progress. He emphasizes that although progress may require sacrifice, it is ultimately for our greater good. Nehemiah serves as an example of sacrifice, as he willingly gave up his wages for 12 years to build the walls of Jerusalem and alleviate the burden on his people. The reason for sacrifice. Sacrifice is driven by a bigger picture. Just as Nehemiah understood the importance of fortifying Jerusalem for the benefit of future generations, we too must recognize that our sacrifices have a purpose beyond ourselves. Jesus exemplifies this in his sacrifice on the cross, giving his life for the salvation of humanity. When we sacrifice, we align ourselves with his example and become vessels of his transformative power. The result of sacrifice. When we sacrificially serve others, we contribute to their transformation. Just as Nehemiah lightened the load of his people by forgoing his wages, our sacrifices can have profound effects on those around us. Our acts of selflessness can bring hope, healing, and salvation to others. The impact of our sacrifice may not always be immediately evident, but we trust that God will use it for his purposes and for the good of those we serve. The reward of sacrifice. In sacrificing for the sake of God's kingdom, we receive a reward that surpasses earthly treasures. The greater reward lies in the eternal impact we have on the lives of others. When we lay down our lives and prioritize the kingdom of God, we find fulfillment and experience the abundant life that Jesus promised. Our sacrifices may involve discomfort and inconvenience, but in the end, they lead us closer to God and bring us into alignment with his purposes. Let's reflect on the message of sacrifice from yesterday's sermon and consider how we can apply it to our lives. May we be inspired by Nehemiah's example and strive to sacrificially serve others, following in the footsteps of Christ. Let our sacrifices be driven by a bigger picture, focused on the transformation of lives and the advancement of God's kingdom. In doing so, we can experience the rich rewards of a sacrificial life, finding purpose and fulfillment in his service.